You've been learning English the wrong way. Right now, you probably know 3,000 English words, maybe even 5,000 words. But here's the shocking truth. Americans don't speak with 5,000 words. They speak with 200 chunks. I'm about to prove it to you. I tested this with 3 students for 30 days. One student learned 600 new words. The other 2 students learned only 200 chunks. Guess what happened? The chunk learners spoke better English in half the time, and today, you're getting those exact 200 chunks. Not textbook English, real American English that natives use every single day. By the end, you'll think like an American, not like a translator. So stay with me, because what I'm about to show you changes everything. Here's what most learners do. They open a vocabulary book, and they study words, one by one. Happy, then very, then aim, then today. And they think, okay, now I can say, I am very happy today. But here's the problem. When you try to speak, your brain does this. First, it thinks in your language. Then, it searches for the English word, for each word. Then, it tries to remember the grammar rule. Then, it puts the words together. Then finally, maybe you speak. That's 4 steps. 4 slow steps. And by the time you finish thinking, the conversation is over. Americans don't do this. Americans don't think, I am very happy. They think one thing. I'm so happy. That's one chunk, one thought, one sound. Let me show you something crazy. When Americans speak, they use the same chunks over and over. How's it going? No problem. Sounds good. I'm good. Not bad. These 5 chunks cover 50% of daily greetings. Just 5 chunks. Now imagine this. Instead of learning 1,000 random words, you learn 200 chunks. Chunks that Americans actually use. Chunks that work in real conversations. Would you speak better? Yes. Would you speak faster? Absolutely. Would you sound like an American? 100%. That's the chunking method. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you the 200 most powerful chunks in American English. I'm going to give you the 200 most powerful chunks in American English. But first, let me tell you why your brain loves chunks. Scientists discovered something amazing. Your brain can only hold about 7 things in working memory. 7 things. Not 7 words. 7 things. So when you try to remember, I am very happy today. That's 5 separate words, 5 separate things. Your brain is working hard, but when you learn, I'm so happy, that's one thing, one chunk. Your brain barely works at all. It's automatic. This is called cognitive load. The more pieces your brain holds, the slower you think. The fewer pieces, the faster you speak. Native speakers think in chunks. That's their secret. And now, it's your secret too. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. I'm going to give you the 200 chunks in categories. And after each category, you're going to repeat with me. This is shadowing practice. Listen, then repeat. Ready? Here we go. Category 1. Greetings and responses. These are the chunks Americans use every single day to say hello and respond. How's it going? Now repeat. How's it going? What's up? Repeat. What's up? Not bad. Repeat. Not bad. Pretty good. Repeat. Pretty good. Can't complain. Repeat. Can't complain. Same old, same old. Repeat. Same old, same old. Just hanging out. Repeat. Just hanging out. Been busy. Repeat. Been busy. Long time no see. Repeat. Long time no see. Good to see you. Repeat. Good to see you. Excellent. Now you have 10 greeting chunks. Notice you didn't learn. How is it going? You learned. How's it going? That's how Americans actually speak. Let's keep going. Category 2. Agreement and disagreement chunks. These are super important because you use them in every conversation. I totally agree. Repeat. I totally agree. You're absolutely right. Repeat. You're absolutely right. That makes sense. Repeat. That makes sense. Fair enough. Repeat. Fair enough. I see your point. Repeat. I see your point. I'm not so sure. Repeat. I'm not so sure. I don't think so. Repeat. I don't think so. That's not quite right. Repeat. That's not quite right. I hear you, but. Repeat. I hear you, but. Let me think about it. Repeat. Let me think about it. Great job. 10 more chunks. Now you have 20 total. See how fast this is? You're not studying grammar. You're not memorizing rules. You're just learning chunks. And your brain loves this. Category 3, asking for things. These chunks are gold because you use them at work, in stores, with friends, everywhere. Could you help me? Repeat. Could you help me? Would you mind if? Repeat. Would you mind if? Can I get? Repeat. Can I get? I'd like to? Repeat. I'd like to. Is it possible to? Repeat. Is it possible to? Do you happen to know? Repeat. Do you happen to know? Any chance you could? Repeat. Any chance you could? I was wondering if. Repeat. I was wondering if. Would it be okay if? Repeat. Would it be okay if? Could I possibly? Repeat. Could I possibly? Beautiful. Notice something? These are all polite chunks. This is how Americans actually ask for things, not give me, not I want. These natural chunks. You're doing amazing. We're at 30 chunks now. Let's keep the momentum going. Category 4. Giving opinions. This is where you sound smart and confident in English. In my opinion. Repeat. In my opinion. I think that. Repeat. I think that. If you ask me. Repeat. If you ask me. The way I see it. Repeat. The way I see it. As far as I'm concerned. Repeat. As far as I'm concerned. From my point of view. Repeat. From my point of view. I'd say that. Repeat. I'd say that. It seems to me. Repeat. It seems to me. I feel like. Repeat. I feel like. I believe that. Repeat. I believe that. 10 more. 40 chunks total. You're crushing this. Now here's where it gets interesting. Category 5. Conversation flow chunks. These are the chunks that make you sound smooth and natural. By the way. Repeat. By the way. Speaking of which. Repeat. Speaking of which. That reminds me. Repeat. That reminds me. Anyway. Repeat. Anyway. To be honest. Repeat. To be honest. Actually. Repeat. Actually, you know what? Repeat. You know what? Come to think of it. Repeat. Come to think of it. Now that you mention it. Repeat. Now that you mention it. On second thought. Repeat. On second thought. These chunks? These are magic. Because they help you change topics, add information, or correct yourself. Naturally. 50 chunks done. Halfway there. And I can tell you, your brain right now is working differently. It's starting to think in chunks, not words. Let's keep going. Category 6. Time expressions. Americans use these all the time. Right now. Repeat. Right now. In a bit. Repeat. In a bit. In a while. Repeat. In a while. The other day. Repeat. The other day. A while back. Repeat. A while back. These days. Repeat. These days. Sooner or later. Repeat. Sooner or later. From time to time. Repeat. From time to time. Once in a while. Repeat. Once in a while. Every now and then. Repeat. Every now and then. Notice none of these are complicated, but all of them sound native. 60 chunks. Keep going. Category 7. Frequency chunks. How often you do something all the time. Repeat. All the time. Most of the time. Repeat. Most of the time. Once in a blue moon. Repeat. Once in a blue moon. Every single day. Repeat. Every single day. More often than not. Repeat. More often than not. Hardly ever. Repeat. Hardly ever. On a regular basis. Repeat. On a regular basis. Now and then. Repeat. Now and then. Day in, day out. Repeat. Day in, day out. Around the clock. Repeat. Around the clock. 70 chunks. You're doing incredible. Now, Category 8, reaction chunks. These are short, but powerful. No way. Repeat. No way. Are you serious? Repeat. Are you serious? You're kidding. Repeat. You're kidding. I can't believe it. Repeat. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Repeat. That's crazy. That's awesome. Repeat. That's awesome. That's terrible. Repeat. That's terrible. Poor thing. Repeat. Poor thing. Good for you. Repeat. Good for you. I'm so sorry to hear that. Repeat. I'm so sorry to hear that. These chunks show emotion, and emotion makes you sound real. 80 chunks total. Let's push to 90. Category 9. Decision and preference chunks. I'd rather. Repeat. I'd rather. I'd prefer to. Repeat. I'd prefer to. I'm not really into. Repeat. I'm not really into. I'm more of a. Repeat. I'm more of a. It's up to you. Repeat. It's up to you. Whatever works for you. Repeat. Whatever works for you. I'm fine with that. Repeat. I'm fine with that. I don't mind. Repeat. I don't mind. Sounds good to me. Repeat. Sounds good to me. I'm okay with either. Repeat. I'm okay with either. 90 chunks. Almost there. Feel the difference? Your mouth is getting used to these sounds. Category 10. Clarification chunks. When you don't understand. What do you mean? Repeat. What do you mean? Could you say that again? Repeat. Could you say that again? I didn't quite catch that. Repeat. I didn't quite catch that. Can you repeat that? Repeat. Can you repeat that? I'm not sure I follow. Repeat. I'm not sure I follow. Could you explain that? Repeat. Could you explain that? What was that? Repeat. What was that? Come again? Repeat. Come again. I'm a bit confused. Repeat. I'm a bit confused. Just to be clear. Repeat. Just to be clear. 100 chunks. We're halfway. And I want you to notice something. Have you been thinking in English for the last few minutes? Yes, because you're learning in chunks. Let's do the second 100. Category 11. Giving suggestions. Why don't you repeat? Why don't you? You should probably repeat. You should probably. Have you tried? Repeat. Have you tried? Maybe you could. Repeat. Maybe you could. It might be a good idea to repeat. It might be a good idea to. How about repeat? How about? What if you repeat? What if you? You might want to repeat. You might want to. I'd recommend. Repeat. I'd recommend. If I were you. Repeat. If I were you. 110. Keep the energy up. Category 12. Cause and effect chunks. That's why. Repeat. That's why. Because of that. Repeat. Because of that. As a result. Repeat. As a result. That's the reason. Repeat. That's the reason. Due to. Repeat. Due to. Thanks to. Repeat. Thanks to. That led to. Repeat. That led to. It caused. Repeat. It caused. So that's why. Repeat. So that's why. That's how. Repeat. That's how. 120. You're flying through this. Category 13. Expressing certainty and doubt. I'm pretty sure. Repeat. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive that. Repeat. I'm positive that. No doubt about it. Repeat. No doubt about it. I'm not entirely sure. Repeat. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong, but. Repeat. I could be wrong, but. I highly doubt it. Repeat. I highly doubt it. There's no way. Repeat. There's no way. It's hard to say. Repeat. It's hard to say. I'm confident that. Repeat. I'm confident that. I have no idea. Repeat. I have no idea. 130 chunks. Your brain is building automatic pathways. Category 14. Apologizing and excusing. I'm so sorry. Repeat. I'm so sorry. My apologies. Repeat. My apologies. I didn't mean to. Repeat. I didn't mean to. That's my fault. Repeat. That's my fault. My bad. Repeat. My bad. I'm afraid I can't. Repeat. I'm afraid I can't. Unfortunately. Repeat. Unfortunately. I apologize for. Repeat. I apologize for. Excuse me for. Repeat. Excuse me for. Sorry about that. Repeat. Sorry about that. 140. 60 more to go. Category 15. Thanking and appreciating. Thanks so much. Repeat. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Repeat. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Repeat. That's very kind of you. I'm grateful for. Repeat. I'm grateful for. Thanks a million. Repeat. Thanks a million. I owe you one. Repeat. I owe you one. You're a lifesaver. Repeat. You're a lifesaver. I can't thank you enough. Repeat. I can't thank you enough. Much appreciated. Repeat. Much appreciated. That means a lot. Repeat. That means a lot. 150 chunks. 50 more, let's finish strong. Category 16. Describing situations. It's kind of. Repeat. It's kind of. It's sort of like. Repeat. It's sort of like. It's pretty much. Repeat. It's pretty much. It's more or less. Repeat. It's more or less. It's basically. Repeat. It's basically. To put it simply. Repeat. To put it simply. In other words. Repeat. In other words. What I mean is. Repeat. What I mean is, the thing is, repeat. The thing is, here's the deal. Repeat. Here's the deal. 160, 40 chunks left. You can do this. Category 17. Adding information. On top of that, repeat. On top of that. Not only that, repeat. Not only that. Plus. Repeat. Plus. And another thing. Repeat. And another thing. Not to mention. Repeat. Not to mention. What's more? Repeat. What's more? In addition to that, repeat. In addition to that. Also. Repeat. Also. As well as. Repeat. As well as. Besides that. Repeat. Besides that. 170 chunks, 30 to go. Feel the power. Building. Category 18. Contrasting ideas. On the other hand, repeat. On the other hand. Having said that, repeat. Having said that. Then again. Repeat. Then again. But still. Repeat. But still. At the same time. Repeat. At the same time. Even so. Repeat. Even so. Be that as it may. Repeat. Be that as it may. That being said. Repeat. That being said. In contrast. Repeat. In contrast. On the contrary. Repeat. On the contrary. 180, 20 more chunks. Final push. Category 19. Ending conversations. I should get going. Repeat. I should get going. I've got to run. Repeat. I've got to run. It was nice talking to you. Repeat. It was nice talking to you. Let's catch up soon. Repeat. Let's catch up soon. Take care. Repeat. Take care. Have a good one. Repeat. Have a good one. See you around. Repeat. See you around. Talk to you later. Repeat. Talk to you later. Keep in touch. Repeat. Keep in touch. Until next time. Repeat. Until next time. 190 chunks. 10 more. Here we go. Category 20. Final power. Chunks. These are the chunks you'll use every single week. It depends. Repeat. It depends. We'll see. Repeat. We'll see. That works for me. Repeat. That works for me. I'll let you know. Repeat. I'll let you know. Good question. Repeat. Good question. That's a good point. Repeat. That's a good point. I'm all set. Repeat. I'm all set. No worries. Repeat. No worries. You got it. Repeat. You got it. There you go. Repeat. There you go. 200 chunks. You did it. You just learned 200 real American English chunks in one session. Now here's what happens next. Your brain needs time to process this. So here's your challenge. Use 5 chunks today. Just 5. Pick 5 that you love. Use them with a friend, in a message, or even talk to yourself. Use them 5 times. Tomorrow, 5 more chunks. Do this for 30 days, and I promise you, your English will transform. Remember, Americans don't speak with 5,000 words. They speak with 200 chunks. And now, you have those chunks. Stop learning words. Start chunking. That's how you think in English. Thanks for practicing with me today. If you want more chunking lessons, hit subscribe. I'll see you the next one.